Alright, so I am back, and today we are going to be doing a repair bay episode, and I'm going to show you how to replace the chest piece on the Fansproject Swoop. So, first thing we want to do is just get all the weapons off. We don't need those for this. And now, the reason why I decided I wanted to show this instead of just do it, let you guys do it on your own, is the arms and the head are on ball joints, and they're really tight ball joints, so I don't recommend pulling them off unless you absolutely have to. They you don't want to loosen up those ball joints and make it so that his arms are all floppy and loose, and same with the wings too. So what we want to do, get our screwdriver set here and get the appropriate screwdriver, and we'll start with the red body here. And so you want to just come in here, unscrew everything, split this apart. We're going to pop these screws back in these holes so that we don't forget which one goes where. And then the same thing up here. Just unscrew this. Yeah, just those ball joints are very tempting to pop off, and just knowing my luck with Beast Wars figures back in the day, where I would dismantle them by the ball joints all the time. It just really doesn't end well. The first few times it ends up okay, but in the end, all you're doing is sacrificing the structure of the figure to do whatever it is that you're planning on doing. So this is a much better way to go about doing it. And it takes a little bit longer, but a little bit longer is better than the figure breaking, I think. Especially when we're talking about $100 figure. So we got all the screws out, body's apart, and then you want to just take this screw that's inside here out too. And then you can split this ball joint, and it's just on this T-peg right here. Be careful not to drop it. And it's gone. It's okay. It's okay. So we got this apart. Now, what we want to do is work on Swoop himself. So you come back here Let's start with the waist. Unscrew that. Unscrew this. Waist apart, take the legs out, and then you can just pop the waist back on. We're done with that now. I'll just set this off to the side. I was going to put it back together, but I really don't want to, because I'm going to be putting them back to blue very soon. Alright, now we can take the legs here, take the body, the red body, and just slot them together. And now the ratchets do work on these little black pieces that are in there, and that's one of those pieces that they carried over from both figures, or both chests, so you don't have to worry about digging them out and putting them back in. We have the legs complete. And we'll come over here, do the same thing where we take these screws out. And I know this is kind of boring because there's nothing to talk about while I'm doing this. Alright, so now we got this piece off. We got this back piece off here. What we want to do, push all the screws off to the side. Now you just want to pull this whole section here off, and then you get this piece over here. Open this up, and then you can just slot this into place, making sure that while it's in this configuration, that the wing is on the back of where these screw holes are. So this will just peg in just like so. We're not quite at that point to do that yet, because we got to do the head first. Can't get to the head till we get the wings off. So again, just unscrew. peg, because it pegs on the side of the beak, and that's what's holding it up here. And then you can see right here, there's this damage right here, and that's from me trying to just pull the ball joint out. I tried to pull it out. I tried to use a little screwdriver to pry it out, and it just would not go. So that's why I wanted to show you guys how to do this way as opposed to the other way. All right, so we take this off. In. All right. In good shape here. And now what you want to do is take this bottom screw here and unscrew that. And then you can take these. This bottom section will come apart just enough for you to get it off that T-joint. So you don't actually have to take it apart because the ball joint's still holding together up there. You know, the other way to do it is to take the beak apart, then take the top head apart, and just like piece by piece taking it all off. This way you just kind of put a little bit of pressure in there, and because they're on ball joints, they do move a little bit in there. So that's not a problem. But like I said, you don't want to sit there and try and pry it apart, pry the ball joint off, because all you're going to do is end up destroying it. So now we can take this piece and you just wedge it in there, like so. And put the little screw back in. Or drop it and lose it forever. Good thing we have a spare. It's very difficult doing this on camera. Right, so we put that back on. We got the head. Now let's get the arms back on. So now here, what we want to do is this piece right here, this shorter one, and then this piece right here is where these T-joints will plug into. There and there. So you just line those up. So, and just line them up. And now we'll take the screws and put those back in. And you can hear this screwdriver slipping, so you got to be careful not to strip these screws as you're going. Alright, do the same thing over here. So line that T-joint up. Plug this in. Really hard to do without stretched arms while on camera. And while, like I was saying, you know, it might be a little difficult to do it without stretched arms and on camera, and it's just kind of a difficult thing to do it in general. I still say it's better than trying to undo those ball joints, because that, as you saw with the neck, will damage the figure in the long run. As far as the screws starting to strip, yeah, it's one of those, as long as you're only doing it the one time. I mean, I did it because I wanted to see how it would look with the blue chest. And then now I'm doing it again just to show you how to do it. And then I'll be doing it one more time, switch it back to blue chest, and then red chest is going in the box where I'll never think about it again. Just tap those back in. So there we go. And now we have him with the red chest. So yeah, it's a little complicated. Take about 15 minutes of your life. You know, just make sure you don't lose any of the screws, where to put them and stuff. Luckily though, I mean, like, I just dropped the screw for this piece and the other side of this piece, but you don't need it to complete the figure. So eventually I'll find it, but the point is that you have doubles of all the screws, essentially. So yeah, there you go. Pretty easy. I recommend doing it this way as opposed to doing it the other way, you know, popping those ball joints off, because you're going to damage the ball joints. So I prefer the blue chest. He comes with the red chest installed. So if you guys are like me and you want to do the blue chest, you do have to put a little work into it. But not bad. Not bad at all. Still say the chromed wings would have been nice. But I guess that's it. There you go.